Hey guys, it's Roberto Valencia here. This is my second vlog. Vlog 2, Electric Boogaloo. And I just want to say that this week has sucked. It's been a piece of crap. I'm glad the week is over. It's a Friday. Granted, I work on Fridays and on the weekends, but like either way, I'm hoping to see Wonder Woman this weekend. I've heard good reviews about it. That's been like the highlight of my week, is that movie getting good reviews. I have nothing to do with it, but finally the DC movie universe finally has the the critics on its side. You know, I'm a big fan of DC. I mean, I grew up with it. I grew up watching the Superman animated series and the Batman animated series. I mean, granted, I also grew up with Spider-Man and X-Men, so don't think I'm just a DC fanboy. I'm also a Marvel fan, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, the only reason why I haven't liked, why I'm more into, like, defending the DC movies, mostly because they receive a lot of hate and criticism where I don't understand where they get it. I mean, it's not like, I just feel that people are just exaggerating about it. As for the Marvel universe, I haven't been excited for a Marvel movie since Iron Man 3, to be honest. And since Thor 2, once those two movies came out and I saw them, I was like, this is what they're doing? I mean, they're winning me back. I mean, but then they throw something like Doctor Strange at me where I'm like, this doesn't tie to anything, and it doesn't really have me interested, or, whatever. I did like, though, a lot of the things that they did in Doctor Strange, don't get me wrong, but whatever. So yeah, and, with the DC Universe, I've liked every movie that has come out, so, I mean, I've liked more than others, don't get me wrong. I've liked Man of Steel, my thing about movies is I want to feel something out of it. I want an emotional response. Like this one director that came out early last year, the director of, what's it called? It was the one about, like, the supermodel and, that gross one that they ate her or something. Spoiler alert. Well, I didn't even tell you the title of it, so it's not really a spoiler. Well, it is a spoiler when you, look it up. But, yeah. That movie, he said something that he's from the future, and that it's not really about that movies nowadays, instead of trying to be good or bad, they should try to make somebody react. And I agree with that statement. I wanna react to it. And, Man of Steel made me react. Batman vs. Superman made me react. I mean, good or bad, it made me react. I mean, at least I remember seeing it. At least I felt something about it. At least I have an emotional attachment to it. Other movies, and it's not like I don't want a positive emotional attachment like Jurassic World. Because that made me feel like a kid again. It reminded me of what I felt when watching the first one when I was a kid. But a lot of movies, they get in the 90 percentile range, and, they don't give me the same emotional response as these other movies that I've said. which, granted, they're not critically acclaimed, but they at least get me an emotional response, so whatever. And yeah, like, that's my thoughts on this whole Wonder Woman thing. I'm excited for it. I mean, I'm interested to see now what kind of movie it is now that critics are on its side, but if it's good and it doesn't give me a good emotional response, then I'm gonna be like, well, shucks, I mean, you know, like, was this worth it to get us on our, to get the critics on our side when, you know, I enjoy it, but not like the other movies that I've enjoyed. But whatever. I guess it. Yeah, you have to. You know. What's the saying? You have to. You have to give and take, I guess, or something. So whatever. Anyway. Yeah, as to what happened to me this week, I don't want to say it's the worst week of my life, because I don't want, like, the universe to give me, like, you know, to prove me wrong, and then give me cancer, then have my grandma die the following week. That's not what I want to do, so it's not been the worst week. Like, in a long time, if I have to, like, compare week after week, this week has been pretty crappy. It's like in the lows, man. It's not in my favorite weeks of all time. I can tell you that. I mean, I was involved in an accident. My dad accidentally put gasoline in his diesel truck, because, you know, Sinclair thinks that a different shade of green for their ethanol should be enough to distinguish from their darker green, which is for diesel. So my dad's all like, well, whatever. He's like borderline colorblind, and he doesn't you know, thanks a lot, Sinclair, for that flipping system that you have over there. And we got in a big argument yesterday because we decided to try this new pizza place that we've never tried before. They didn't even cut the stupid thing. They just, it's like they just grabbed the knife and just grazed right over it. And we didn't even like it. That's the thing, is that my dad said, hey, let's not go to that other place that we usually go to, because I hate that pizza, even though it's $5, dude, for pizza, which is a good deal. No, instead we had to buy these two pizzas that we didn't like for $25, so that's great. That's a good deal. $5 for pizza that, sure, one of us doesn't like, but I like it, and my brother liked it. But no, let's go get $25 of pizza for something that nobody likes. That's a better deal, but... And they didn't even cut it either, and it was... And I waited for 30 minutes for them to give me that. God. And they weren't even that big. I thought they were. I thought they were big, you know, because for $25, I'm expecting, like, some New York-style pizza or something, because it's from, like, this little ma and pa shop. But no, it wasn't New York-style pizza. It's, like, small flipping pizzas for $25. Could have just gone to Giorno again for $5. I mean, I could have done that. But anyway, yeah, this week, and my brother's getting into, like, a fight with some dude at his work. Well, not into, like, a fist fight, but arguments, you know, with this dude. And he's not the only one. Like, everyone else is, like, always, like, they have issues with this guy, but, man. And and by the way, like, Fargo this week kind of disappointed me again. Like, I was hoping it also would be a highlight to my week, but it disappointed disappointed me again. Like, they did get me excited for next week. But that's the problem with this season, is that they get me, like, right at the end, they get me hooked. And then, like, the following episode, they find a way to, like, just, like, push whatever excitement they had and push it aside and make it boring. And I don't know, it's not season 2. Season 2 was, like, the good season. That season 2, like, made me, like, it changed the way that I watch TV. Like, it really did. It's that great. And this season, it's good. It has the potential to be good. It's like the other seasons, but I don't know. They have, like, found a way to, like, make it so mundane and boring. I'm not, like, I don't see all of the characters being badasses like I did with other seasons. Like, they do have potential to be badasses. I'm really rooting for them to be badasses, but no. They end up not being badasses. Like, the only one who... I'm not really impressed with any of the people that, do show to be badasses. They're not... Like, they don't do anything special, so... Anyway, that's been my week. This has been my second vlog again. I hope everyone else has had a good week. I hope everyone else likes Wonder Woman and has a good positive experience. Or has something to say about it. Or, makes a lot of money and... because Warner Brothers is losing money. Especially after King Arthur. Oh, man, I'm sorry, Warner. I mean, like, I'm not, like... It's not like I wasn't excited for King Arthur. I am. Like, I'm interested in seeing it, but I never got to it. And I really didn't hear about this movie until, like, just recently, so I don't know what happened to their marketing, so... Like, until now, I want to see it, but it's not in theaters anymore, so... Anyway, goodbye, guys. Have a nice week, and I'll talk to you guys later about something else. So, have a nice day.